Okay, guys, so it's obvious I'm not there today. I get to be riding in a car, probably during your class, 5 hours to Iowa with my 23-month-old, my 2-year-old nephew, and my 10-month-old nephew. It's going to be a blast. So I would actually love to trade seats with you guys. But it'll be a fun wedding this evening. But I got to get there first. So here's what you guys have in store. First of all, some housekeeping stuff. Dodgeball. If you plan on playing dodgeball, if you signed up for dodgeball, you need to bring 2 canned goods or unused school items so that you can play dodgeball. If you plan on watching dodgeball, if Mr. Gilly didn't tell me about dodgeball, sorry if I know there's 1 hour I didn't tell. I can't remember what hour it was. Okay, but the sign up sheet. Most of you guys seem to sign up for the sheet. Bring either 2 canned goods or 2 unused school items. And then that way on Tuesday, during the assembly, you can go watch and support. So you can bring those. I'll ask you to hold on to them because I'm not going to make our substitute actually record who turns stuff in. So hold on to them, put them in your locker, and then on Tuesday you can give them to me, and we'll call it good. Okay, there's your first order of business. Second order of business is they are picking up the laptops next Tuesday. So I'm not here today to help you guys, but let me remind you, you are turning in the laptop bag, the cord, and the extension to that cord. Make sure you have all those things. You have the weekend to try and track them down, whatever it may be. But on Tuesday, you are turning those in. If you have anything on your hard drive that you want to make sure you keep, make sure you download that to a jump drive or something. Back those up. Use Google Drive. Back yourself up on Google Drive. But on Tuesday, you are turning in that stuff during the shortened period as well. So Tuesday will be a busy day. Be ready. Here's your lesson for today. If you look at the classwork tab, I'm going to have you guys watch TED Talks. I don't want you to, I know we finished our big major presentation, but I wanted to do something where you guys are looking at what's happening today and kind of trying to guess the impact it's going to have on history. The person who first invented the computer, it was the size of a giant room. One of the first computers ever, mobile computers, was a giant room on a battleship, and all it did was the math for how to angle the gun. And now look at what we're doing. But at the same time, did that person anticipate that we were going to be using the majority of that research, or a ton of us would be using that research in the palm of our hands, not to save lives, but to watch videos of monkeys flinging their own poo? Sometimes what we think is going to be life-changing is life-changing, but then we have all these other unintended or unforeseen things that come out of it. So these are all talks from people about future technologies or things that are happening right now. Things that you've heard teachers say, like, texting is killing language. Well, what is it? Is it really doing that? So you're going to have to pick 2 of these videos. All of them are anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. But as you watch them, you're going to watch them. These people are going to talk about these new advances in technology or these new ideas in regards to technologies that we already use. We've watched TED Talks before. But you're going to choose 2 of them. You're going to watch them. And then after you watch them, so if you click on one, so like one of my favorite ones down here is a monkey that controls a robot with its thoughts. No, really. So if you click on that, you would watch this video. Now, am I asking you to talk about the future? Of course, it's blocked right now. I would be trying to demonstrate. But if you, no, they're all blocked. So they won't be blocked for you. You know how it works. Refresh if it is. But your job is, after watching those videos, to go over to the discussion board, click on General Discussion, and find the appropriate discussion board. And all I want you to do is make a bold prediction. Make a prediction as to what you think could possibly be coming. So, a monkey that controls a robot with his thoughts. The actual easy prediction is, ooh, monkeys will be robots and they'll take over the world. No, stop and think. What are the implications of that? Now, she's going to give you some of the implications, and he's going to talk about a lot of the things that it can do. But think further, or think, the Americans with Disabilities Act. If I'm an American who has lost an arm and something, and now all of a sudden I have a robotic arm, is it still considered a disability? Is that arm stronger? Is it faster? Is it better than a human arm? Well, is it still considered a disability, and are they still protected under the American Disability Act? Or now are people who don't have robotic arms at a disadvantage? So all these unforeseen things that come out of technology will be really, they'll be what are talked about in 30, 40 years when your kids are in history class and a history teacher is teaching them about the unforeseen uses of things and how America responded. So this is just kind of a fun bonus day. I do expect you to work. I know that you guys are wrapping stuff up, and I'm not trying to make it overly taxing on your brain. I'm trying to engage you guys in some fun stuff. I think it's really cool. This kid was 14. He's now 19 years old. He's a 19-year-old talking about nuclear reactors. So just cool stuff to hopefully watch. I really like this one. It's a little shorter, but I really like it. Just to kind of engage your brains and start some discussion that will continue on Wednesday in class, kind of that last day. And I'll also get into, I know some people have been asking about conspiracies, so we'll talk, Wednesday's going to be the bonus day where we talk about anything that we haven't got to talk about in history. The Ask Mr. Kenneally a question that he said he didn't have time to answer day. So that is your assignment. It shouldn't take you more than maybe 30 to 35 minutes. You have the remaining 10 to 15 to 20 minutes to do what you want with your time. Make sure it's school appropriate. Make sure it's not distracting, and make sure that it's still respectful. Okay? Please, in your final days with these computers, show people how responsible and how organized you can be. Hopefully this works really well for you guys. I wasn't going to give you guys a huge assignment because we just finished our giant presentations. Those of you who haven't presented yet, we'll finish presenting on Wednesday. So hopefully that works for you guys as a way to engage you but not overtax your brains as we are wrapping up this year. And I think it's going to be really cool to see your guys' conversations because you guys have done so well at predicting the future, at taking things that you see and blending them with, with your ideas of what could happen. And I think that's so much of what I hope you learned coming out of this class is understanding that history kind of has, its threads. And we talked about that over and over again. And how do you take that thread and apply it to the next new thing? And how can you predict what's going to happen after seeing what's happened in the past? So hopefully it works well for you guys. Be good. I have fun. I might be joining in on your discussions on the write-up if I get a chance. So look for me to possibly be responding to your conversations on my car write-up. See ya.